Welcome back, Servite, to Season 2 of Servite Underground. I wasn't sure if I was going to continue it this year, but Mr. Adams asked me this morning when the next episode was coming out, so I guess that's my cue that I need to get things going before I get fired. So, Season 2, here we go. Let's start off with the priority points board like we did for Season 1. If anyone knows where Kelvin's at from last year, he graduated. He has the key to this thing to change this out, so if anyone knows where Kelvin's at or has been in contact with him, could you please let him know that Mr. Conklin would like the key back to the display case. Thanks. We're going to start this season off with a prank that I wanted to do last year, but there just weren't enough people on campus to do it. The faculty lounge has a touchscreen coffee machine that the faculty and staff love to use. It has about 32 different varieties of coffee, lattes, Americanos, you name it. They can get their fix on their caffeine. In this whole era of COVID, everyone's in a rush to sanitize and have everything be touchless. So I went ahead and tried to help out, and I made a little screen or a little sign that says that it's voice activated for that coffee machine. So when the faculty and staff come in today to get their coffee, it's going to give them step-by-step instructions on how to talk into the machine and get it to brew their coffee, but it's just not going to work. So let's see what their reactions are. Enjoy.
Single espresso. Single espresso.
Coffee. 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 Americano.
Stand close to screen. Triple extra dark. Triple extra dark.
Black coffee. Black coffee. Coffee. Coffee!
Triple espresso dark. Brew now. Triple espresso dark. Brew now. Triple espresso dark. Brew now. You are Satan, and you will always be Satan, because only Satan uses artificial intelligence to make me my coffee. Dear Satan, please make me a coffee. Candid camera. Okay. Last time I tried. All right. Triple espresso dark. Brew now. This is all nonsense. Boom.
Doing all right.
Do we have to do it by the voice?
What are you trying to do?
That's just way too
It's
complicated.
now equipped with touchless bistro control screens.
Oh,
The future.
You can talk to
coffee.
it. Actually, there's a film on you.
Coffee.
You're being punked right now.
Where do I stand close where?
Stand close.
I think someone's messing with me.
Maybe it's because you have a mask on too.
Well, then that doesn't really help.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm not, I don't think so. I
See you. Have a good one. I'm going to get this voice command to work. There's either that or there's a camera here phone that's doing it.
Right, I agree.
Yeah. Yeah. Double latte. Double latte. Double latte. Lattes and caps.
Just make my coffee.
All right, so I got a little bit of grief from the previous episodes for never showing anything in the theater, since that's kind of what I did when I was in high school here, and that was my job here basically for the first 15 years or so. So I'm going to go ahead and take care of that with this episode. It kind of started, my mom told me that I needed to sign up for something at Servite, and so I signed up for volleyball because it was a spring sport, and back then the sports only played in their season, so I knew that I could wait it out until the spring and then just never go to volleyball tryouts. Well, she was way smarter than I was, and my brother was a couple years older than me, and he was in the theater program doing the acting. Well, there was no way in the world that I was ever going to get up on stage and do that. So she signed me up for the tech theater classes that they have after school. And she basically told me that if I didn't go, she was going to like walk me over holding my hand so that it would embarrass me. So I ended up going. I loved the classes. For the first couple of weeks, I told her how much I hated them and that I didn't like them, but I secretly, I enjoyed them. It was really fun, kind of a different side of Servite that you never would expect to see. So we're going to go ahead and kind of explore that a little bit, the different backstage areas, and I hope you enjoy. I mean, we're pretty blessed here at Servite to be able to have some state-of-the-art equipment. Fully digital soundboard here. This is where they mix the shows, masses, any assembly that we have, all the microphones, orchestra, music, anything that comes through would go through the sound room here. So for the theater shows, the students are the ones that are running the board. They bring the channels up and down with the different microphones and kind of help mix it all. It's one of the only areas up in this whole control room, which we'll get to next, that doesn't have a window, so that you can hear what's going on the stage and you can hear what the audience is hearing. All right, we're up here in the video control area of the tech booth. This is where all the shows get filmed from. We have multiple cameras around our theater. This is also the area that if you have anything up on the screens for a mass or an assembly, or playing any videos, it runs through this area. And all of the videos that we film, including the one that you're watching right now, we edit in this area right now. Mr. Gleason, who runs the tech theater department, is filming and editing a video for how you guys are going to enter school when you get back on campus. So that's what he's working on right now. All right, this is the light board for the theaters. This is where they control all the lighting for the masses, the theater productions, the assemblies, concerts, basically anything that happens in here. It's a digital board. For our theater productions and for the masses, the students are the ones that are trained on how to use this. It's way more complicated than I know how to use. They just told me not to push any buttons, and of course I'm going to push all the buttons on here, and it does a bunch of stuff. I couldn't tell you what it is, but the tech theater kids know how to use it. All right, we're underneath the stage now. This is the area we call the pit. The actors use this as an area to hang out during a show, put their makeup on if they need to. We've got storage areas for props, costumes, campus ministry set up for mass. And other than that, it's just used for kind of crossing over from one side of the stage to the other. All right, so this is the lowest part in the theater. Now let's go ahead and check out the tallest part we have in the theater. See you up top. All right, guys, it's obvious I haven't climbed some ladders in a while. I'm a little bit out of shape. That kind of wore me out. But we're about 2/3 now up above the stage. It's what we call the loading bridge. So anything that flies in or out over the stage, backdrops or the cross or anything like that, sometimes we need to come up here to put some weight on it to balance it out. So that's what this area is for. Last set of ladders, and then we're up top above the stage. All right, we made it up to the highest point you can go inside the theater. This is what we call the grid. We're directly above the stage, about 36, 40 feet above the stage. This is where all the cables go through that fly the backdrops and everything up and down. Sometimes we'll hang microphones down from up here, and any curtains or drapery that we need to rig from up here, we'll do that from up here. Pretty dusty spot, but a pretty cool spot too that not a lot of people get to see. All right, so everybody, we got a special treat for you. We're up above the stage now on the roof. This is the highest point you can get on the campus. It's pretty peaceful up here, but pretty much no one has access to up here. So it's a shot that no one ever really gets to see. Kind of a quiet campus right now. They're redoing the roof and the air conditioning units on the main building. I think Coach Gilbert's out there mowing the lawn again. And when we're not in a pandemic, usually up in the corner right there, it's where Disneyland is, and when they're doing the fireworks, this is a pretty cool spot to watch them. All right, Servite, we've seen above the stage. Now let's check out the catwalks above the audience. Unfortunately, that means more ladders. So this is a out-of-shape person's worst nightmare. So you guys are witnessing my nightmare right now. Let's go. All right, so here we are, pretty much directly above the audience. This is a lighting position basically for us, where we hang a bunch of the stage lights. We also, if you see in the theater, there's a big truss. This is where we rig the truss from the steel beams. And if we ever need to run any cables between the stage and the control booth, we do it from up here. For some shows, we'll use this area to run spotlights from. We have these chairs here and harnesses, and we hook the students into it, and they run the spotlights from up here. It gets a little warm, but it's a pretty cool job to have. All right, so that about does it for this theater tour in this episode. I am kind of out of breath, and I can't do any more stairs or ladders. If the technical theater thing is something that interests you, and you haven't signed up for anything on campus, make sure you go to the Servite website. Under Student Life, there's a Trinitas Arts Conservatory tab. They've got a lot of information on there about the different shows that they do and the conservatory classes that they offer after school. The conservatory classes are with Rosary and Servite students, so it's a co-ed program. The first class starts Thursday, 3:30, September 10th. I think they're meeting in the theater lobby at Servite, and they usually have a class every Thursday. The website should give you a list of dates. Classes are going to be in person, so if you're looking for something to do, or you're slightly interested, or you want some more information, I think you can just show up. And if you missed the first one, I'm pretty sure you can sign up at any point for the rest of the classes. So if something that kind of interests you, doing the lighting, the sound, backstage, working in the scene shop, building the sets, they kind of train you how to do all that stuff in those classes. And they have a lot more information, and they have a better video than I did that kind of tells you more about the program. So make sure you check it out, and I'll see you guys on the next episode.